What up? What up? What up? This is Excellence is an Understatement podcast, and we're back. It's me. Well, you already know how I am, Brandon Mayshak. We got me here. And Tevin is out at the moment. You tell him why Tevin's out.
Well, Tevin is a little under the weather.
He's experiencing some headaches, a little couple symptoms, and he feels it's best to quarantine himself for a little bit, just in case.
Y'all send some love to your boy, man. Get some love to him.
Yeah. Definitely hoping, he's feeling better. I try to see if, maybe he can get on a Zoom call, but, he ain't replied, so it's all good. Maybe he's asleep, maybe he's busy, but
yeah,
it's all good. We're going to keep the show rolling, and Tevin will be back in a week or two, so that's that.
Tevin, get back, man.
But no, of course. Now, I think you could probably tell both of us is tired. Yeah, we tired. Like, how you doing today?
You already said it. Like, I literally just got to work. I'm still in my scrubs. Like, I have a student who screams all day long.
Yeah.
It's exhausting, but I mean, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
How you doing?
No, I get it. I remember I used to teach.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to teach the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, fun fact, I used to teach the Boys and Girls Club. So, are we recording? Okay, yeah, I used to teach. I'm sure, I just never saw a press a button. So, fun fact, you guys. So, I used to teach at the same Boys and Girls Club that I got kicked out of as a kid. A&W Matthews in Mapleton. I was an art teacher and fitness instructor. Shout out to Marquita, my boss I had to get at, It was, let's just say, being like one of the only men working with a bunch of women, it's like, I'm not gonna deal with like the chatter and the gossip and type of, it was just a little messy. But anyways, getting past that, I've been good. I've been straight. Just working, really, training these clients. Where y'all are probably gonna get the episode before this a little late, just because we were having technical difficulties with some memory, and then I had a phone situation. I went kayaking, and I literally went on Google and looked up iPhone X waterproof capabilities. The iPhone X can survive up to 30 minutes under 3 feet of pressure of water.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, look.
Oh my God.
And so, look. I had some cargo pants on. I put it in my Velcro pants. I'm like, I'm gonna be good. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be secure. Got a little couple splashes here and there. Now, let me tell you, though, kayaking is nerve-wracking, okay?
I bet.
It's my first time kayaking, for one. We're out a super west in Trump country somewhere. Super happy to see black folk at some point. I just went with a friend. But it was fun though. But you're looking at these rocks and then the water's going crazy.
Yeah.
I've read definitely small little dips and waterfalls.
How fast the water was going?
Oh, it was going pretty fast. I would say at the most maybe it was like 20 miles an hour. 15s? No, I might be exaggerating, y'all.
I see water like when you kayaking, like.
But no, it was going fast, and then you got the sharp rocks, and all I'm thinking about is my head cracking open like a coconut over one of those rocks. Like, And, you know, my friend that I went with, they fell, and I tried to catch them, trying to save somebody else. Like,
and it's your first time going.
Yo, the workout I'm talking about. This here, man, that was the most ridiculous workout. Like, look, for all my cocky lifters, you think you strong, you think you something. Hey, look, nature looks at you and laughs. Okay, nature looks at you and laughs, cause man, my body was over with, but it was a fun time.
Good.
But yeah, my phone, you know, I'm looking through the photos on a bus, and it literally just goes black out of nowhere. So that's that. And so I, you know, finally just got it Monday. Or last Monday. So
yeah, man, these phone companies be lying. Like, you know, even if your phone says it's waterproof, please don't put your phone in the water. Please don't be spraying it because it's coronavirus and I'm gonna spray my phone with a whole bottle of whatever. Like, it's just in case your phone gets wet. Like, you know, you wash your hand, you get a little, you know, a little water on it or something. Please don't drink your phone.
Yeah, forget it. I forgot to say this part earlier. I especially want to apologize to the ladies of this podcast. You know, I understand that your eye candy of the podcast isn't here today. You know, Taylor. You know.
Ladies, please tell
So
them.
like, hey, look, I see the comments. I hear the whispers. It's all good. Tevin,
both of them are.
Tevin gonna be back soon.
Alright.
Anyways.
Got my friends going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here.
No, whatever. No. Anyways, no. We be humble over here. But what you got for us today? What's been going?
Do you have one for us? I think we need a quote.
We need a quote. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. I forgot we even do quotes, but it's cool.
We got BS.
Right. On the real. I'll say this. You know, here's a good quote, and honestly, it's probably recycled. I've already said this at one point, but it's something that is ringing in my life again right now, and just with other people I've talked to, but and it's a quote that I honestly came off the top of my head. Not to say that I'm the first one that's ever thought it, but at the end of the day, there's somebody going through more than you, but at the end of the day, at the same time, doing more than you.
That's fact.
And so, you know, just with, you know, getting super complacent. Sorry, you guys, gotta like mess it a little bit. All right, cool. And so, you know, just getting a little, you know, you can get complacent sometimes, especially with all this free extra time that this COVID situation is putting on us. So that's pretty much that, you know. But and you know, trying to dodge these entanglements out here. Let's get into it, man. Let's just dive.
Alright.
Let's just dive into this.
Before we get into like the real juicy stuff, like the real juice, we gotta hit y'all up with some of the things that's been going on in Atlanta. So, for one, Mary Keisha Bottom, she actually got COVID. So with that, she requires everyone to wear a mask if you're gonna be anywhere in Atlanta. Like, it's required. I don't know if you're gonna get a ticket, if you're gonna get arrested, or what's going on, but don't be out here with a mask if you're gonna be downtown Atlanta. You feel me?
You know, I was at Planet Fitness in Atlanta, off of Oak Street, you know, training a client. You know, I'm gonna bleep that part out. Y'all don't know which streets I be off of. But I'm training a client, and then a dude comes in there, you know, and they're asking for mandatory masks to work out.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, yo, my client is breathing, wheezing. I'm a little bit, you know, showing him how to work out.
It's hard to breathe in a mask. Like,
exactly. So this dude is like, he's coming in there and he's upset because he don't have a mask to work out, and he just starts going off yelling, like, man, y'all sheep, man, they out here, man, lying, y'all got to, and you know, everybody's looking at them, and of course you don't want them to come near you because you feel like you might have to fight or something. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm looking at him like, dang, I hope that doesn't beat me in the next 5.
Man,
I'm like, I feel you, brother, but you're doing it the wrong way. I know you're mad, but you're doing it the wrong way.
I just hope they, like, 2021,
mm-hmm.
I hope that we have, like, a refreshing restart.
A break, right? A break.
Like, 2020 has been some shit ever since January 2nd. Like,
yeah, but
so
it was just wild. Like, he cracked. I think that was his cracked moment, and he wound up cracking while in public and with the crowd, and so it was just like, okay, yeah, man, like, and I felt it. Mm-hmm. But you know, I mean, are you how a scale of 1 to 10? How good are you with your mask and consistencies?
The only time I wear a mask, if I'm being honest, is when I'm at work because it's mandatory, mm-hmm. and when I go grocery shopping because, again, the stores that I go to, they're like, nah, sis, go get your mask, and I'm like, all right. Yeah. But I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, and this is the main reason why I don't wear my mask a lot, I've been practicing social distancing, like when it comes to strangers, or you gonna be like, if I don't know you like that, please don't be all up in my bubble. My mama taught me that. Get out my bubble.
No,
you feel me? So
hurt some feelings out of it. I'm gonna go.
Brandon, I know you do.
Go
ahead. But yeah, man. Look, that the whole mask, and I get it. You feel me? They're like, the mask save lives. But I mean, you know, I'm gonna wear it when it's mandatory, but if I'm walking up the street to go exercise, hell no, you ain't about to see me wearing a damn mask. Like, no, who does that?
Heart explode right in your lung. Yo, look, I'm talking like you're breathing harder because you got the mask on, and the lung alarm is going off.
Like,
I'm mad. I'm screaming at the lung. I yelled at the lung alarm like 3 times today at Planet Fitness. And, you know, I actually worked out with my client, dropped the weight here and there, grind a little bit, and it just goes off with everything. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, my client's just laughing at me, bro. Like, I can't take you nowhere. I hate to see you at Madhouse. You know what I mean?
Me personally, like, I can see somebody passing out from wearing a mask and working out. Like, I really hope that I'm wrong and it doesn't happen, but I can see that if they made it, like, you go to the gym, it's required to have a mask, like, somebody's going to end up passing out or something.
Without going off into a whole rant, all I'm going to just say is that, yeah, I understand how the virus works. The gym can be a cesspool for germs, mm-hmm. but it's extremely dangerous to work out and exercise that way, especially if you're doing cardio. Also, with how I move, you know, I'll say this. In certain crowds, I only wear a mask just so I don't hear none of y'all live, to be honest. Because I really could just walk around with a mask and really not care. I feel like I'm confident in my health. Even if I do contract this, I'm confident in me overcoming it. Mm-hmm. You know, no, I'm not being selfish as far as like I can be asymptomatic and, you know, spread it to people because I'm not around old, elderly, and other people. Anybody I'm around, we have that mutual understanding, you know, mm-hmm. of, hey, we could be passing it, you know, whatever. But yeah, I only really wear it certain places in public just so I don't hear none of y'all, because, you know, I might swing. Next. Next. It's just weird. I'm tired of being played with. I'm tired of feeling like everybody's being played with. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
Like little puppets on the string. But also, you know, with the new school year coming up, the only reason I'm saying this is because, you know, like, I babysit a lot of kids, and, you know, I'm also an educator myself. But the school year is coming up, and apparently there's certain counties that are doing different things. Like, Atlanta Public School is saying everybody's going to do like 100% online for the first semester, and they'll figure out the second semester, right? And then like Cobb County, you get to choose either you gonna be 100% in person or 100% online. Now, there are doctors out here saying that to do 100% online is gonna affect their social and their mental health. I'm like, bruh, at this point,
Parents, you said who said this?
doctors.
Doctors are gonna feel mentally.
They said that the kids is like keeping them at home to do the 100% learning is gonna affect their social and their mental health like drastically.
Oh, but they don't care.
But I mean,
I'm not saying the doctors don't care. I'm saying the power. Let's say the powers that be, they don't care. Like, and so like that study. Okay, that's a fact. That's not gonna change nothing.
But then, me personally, when I hear that, I'm like, first of all, this new generation of kids already stay in the house 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
They play Xbox, Wii's. They don't go outside and play with their friends. They don't ride bikes. They don't climb. Basically, all the shit that we used to do when we was kids, that shit went out the window.
If you know who the person DJ Academics is, just let's say that he embodies what these Generation Z and ExKids are.
Like, it's just crazy. So it's like, you say that, but I really don't, I don't really think it's going to affect them that much because they already stay in the house. They don't go outside with their friends.
Yeah.
And on top of that, y'all know how these kids be coughing. I know you've seen that cat meme.
Oh, and they don't even, they just, like they miss their arm when they do that.
Y'all kids, and then you just look at them like, ugh. Mm-hmm. I love kids, but just, I hate when they be coughing, especially when they cough on you or cough around you.
You know, she be taking her airborne gummies in the morning.
Of course, vitamin C up. You feel me? But
you do have to take immune system stuff.
No, seriously, because
I've had to.
I promise you'll have like a whole classroom full of healthy kids, and it just take that one baby to come in there snot nose and sneezing. Next thing you know, you feeling horrible. So no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
No,
I get you, but I mean, hey, you know, like it's excellence is an understatement. So you know, since we talking about kids, right? Like it's in a day like this, in an era like this, you know. I might have said this on a earlier episode, but I feel like a lot of people have felt like they lost somewhat of a sense of purpose a little bit. Say they lost jobs or opportunity. And so, you know, that's what causes people to fall in depression and sometimes because they feel like, yo, what do I do? Like, what do I do in my life? Like, my goals and my stuff, like this, my industry and this is heavily affected, you know, so how do you personally still hone in on purpose and doing what you have to do? Or has life not really necessarily changed enough for you to really feel like that is something that's been strained or what?
Well, I'll be honest. Up to now, I mean, the whole pandemic has slowed down some things, but for the most part, my life has been the same. Now, when I went back to work today, they was telling us that they're probably going to be doing either cutting our hours or letting us go, a lot of teachers. So basically everybody in the whole building is like, we don't know which teachers is going to be laid off, which teachers is going to be getting cut hours.
It's just stress.
Yeah, so they're going to let us know by Friday. So my mindset, you feel me, because I'm an entrepreneur, like I have an entrepreneur type of mindset. If they lay me off, ain't shit gonna change. That just gives me more time to focus on my business that I need to. It gives me more time to focus on my book.
She said, understated is my excellence. Keep going.
You feel me? So, like, I know how to grind. Like, you feel me? I haven't told y'all my story, but hell, I was,
You just start putting a corn emoji on my head when I just say stuff, and then I look back immediately after, like, bro, like, you're on YouTube, you're on the internet now. You can't just say anything because they're gonna make memes out of you. But no, go ahead.
Nah, but like, me personally, I just have like a hustler type of mindset. Like I was saying, I never told y'all this, but I was homeless for a while. What? What's wrong with you?
You lazy peasants. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, like, I was homeless. Like, I was legit, like, I only had $20 in my pocket when I moved out my mother's house. And next day I had got paid. I got me an extended stay. But literally, like, I was homeless for 7 months. I sat here and had 3 jobs. Like, the only time I went home was to sit here and take a shower and literally go to sleep. I ate because I worked at Waffle House and some other places. So I ate at Waffle House. That's the only meals I got. And I walked. I fucking took buses and I grind for 7 whole months. The end of 7 months, I had enough money to buy a car straight out, and I had an apartment that was already fully furnished, like the day I moved in. Like, I'm a hustler, so this whole pandemic is literally just gonna give me time to work on what I'm designed to do. I'm supposed to write my book, which is coming soon, and I'm about to have a cleaning service that's gonna, you know, help me get to where I want to be in life, and you know, that's just it. And God got me.
And you know, I hear you, yo. Look, at the same time, look, don't slide in her Instagram DMs on some, oh, you're such a strong black woman. I love how you talk on a podcast. Because black women tired of being called strong as a compliment, as some of these memes are starting to say. Because everything that comes with it, like.
I be seeing some stuff like, listen,
and her nigga might mess you up, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, her mans might come and get you.
But matter of fact, it's funny that you say that because I literally just saw a post. No, it was like a video, and this girl was like, "Don't call me queen. Calling me queen is disrespectful. It's like when you say queen, I think of a bitch in a head wrap." And I said, "Who raised you? Like."
All right, now, okay, now if she said this, this is what I would understand. And I've said similar sentiments as this. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. If it was more along the lines of this, maybe she worded it with this kind of like perspective. Me personally, I can't wait for I mean, to be honest, I don't think the day will ever come where I'll be alive to see the day, but it's a beautiful dream. But to be able to see the beautiful day where black people don't have to overcompensate for the deep-rooted insecurities we have because of how we're treated and the things that we go through. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a beautiful day. Us calling each other king and queen and all this stuff. You know, in totality and technicalities, like, and if you're looking at lineage and genealogy, you know, you can say that's right, that's true, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason why we keep doing this is because we know how mentally, you know, pushed down we are, and spiritually, and so
it's like you still gotta like remind certain people because
exactly,
you still got people out here calling, hey my nigga, what's poppin', my nigga?
But the thing is, like, it's like the reminder is the reminder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Ooh, that's deep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the reminder is a reminder. It's like, oh, I'm calling king and queen because if you really just think about it, why we do some of these and say these things, and there's so much pro-black, and it's all beautiful, mm-hmm. but it's because of the pain and hurt, you know. So it's like I said, it would just be a beautiful day where, like, if it came to a day where the language and how we talk about each other and things like that, it was just super normal to be secure. It's super normal to be, you know, whole and not have to say, you know, just certain things, like, because I get it. Mm-hmm. And factually and historically, yeah, we are kings, we have royalty in our blood, but I do, of course, understand that a lot of stuff we do, yeah, it's it's a little bit of course, overcompensation for the stuff that we feel on a day-to-day. So, yeah. Hopefully that ain't bringing it up.
Nah, but hey, as long as I still get called beautiful, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's get into the juicy stuff, right?
Too bad Tevin out here to give you where it looks glad that old boy's in the corner.
Tevin, you gotta make sure you say something, man. You get in comments, say something about that.
Yeah.
But nah. So the biggest like news is out there right now. This entanglement with Jaden and Will.
Before we even get into this, what in your mind?
Mm-hmm.
How does Will and Jada in your head, like before all this stuff happened? What in your head is Will and Jada like a certain type of look or idol in your mind, or have you ever really just kind of even paid attention to that regard or what?
Well, I wouldn't say like they're like relationship goals, because as you just never know what people face in their relationships. Like they can be all happy-go-lucky on social media, but then be like hating each other low-key in person. So I kind of got the habit of saying, oh, that's relationship goals. Nah, I'm wrong.
Stop.
Stop.
Yo, everybody y'all think is relationship goals be showing y'all that they not the type of goals that you thought that they were. Like,
every relationship got problems.
Yeah, man. Like, nobody should be the example for you. And even if I'll say this, the only people that look like they could be somewhat of an example, I would say, is Devon, Franklin, Megan Good. But
damn, not even Obamas. All right.
I'll say this: if I was the common person without the brain that I have in experience in research and maybe a little bit of pessimism, I would say yes, Obama but I've done some things and some research, and I feel a little, I feel some ways about them. But anyways, no, but it's like people often, we look at these celebrities and people as idols and examples for certain things. And, a lot of times it's not the situation we think we is. Because at the end of the day, this is none of our business. I'm a grown man, okay? This ain't my business. I don't care who none of these folks smashing. But, hey, as somebody who's often said that Will Smith is his favorite actor, I can't say that this doesn't pique my interest, but it ain't really none of our business, and none of our opinions matter.
Yeah.
So number one, none of our opinions matter, and this is none of our business. So,
me personally, like, even though they're not my relationship goals, I really enjoy watching the couple interact. Like, they always seem so happy, So, I thought that was real cute. But when August came out with the interview and was like, that he was having, a whole relationship with Jada. For one, I wasn't surprised. Why? Because literally, I think like a year ago, he had made a song, and in the song, it was like a text message in there that he was showing. It said Jada, and something, I think her middle name or something like that. But it was like having a whole conversation. It was like a love you type of conversation. So, and that was a year ago. So I'm like, right. If people didn't make the dots back then,
if I was into the white and light skin versus dark skin stereotypes, which that shouldn't even be a factor anymore, especially with the stuff that's happening right now, I would say that August is having the most OD light skin. Like, bro, you're tripping, dog. Okay, go ahead.
But my thing is, like, I really don't understand why you were told, because for one, if you did say, if it was true that Will did give you his blessing, even though he was like, bro, no, why would you go out and say something? Like, honestly, you was a side dude, so like, why would you want to say something for one?
It's weird.
And then two, I'm not gonna, I can't sit here and judge what they do, because what they do in their own bedroom is not, it doesn't concern me. Nothing.
How authentic did the video look? Like, you watch the Red Table Talk, right? Like when you're looking at them, like, do you see the healing that they talk about? Or do you see uncomfortability? No. Will was a little funny, Will doing his fidgeting and his hands behind his hands between his thighs,
right.
And, looking, and his mannerisms being extra polite.
No,
but then at the same time, tell them everything. Like,
no. Seriously. Like, when she said she was bringing herself to the table, right?
Oh,
alright, that
man.
was cool. But I think the only reason why Will went was because, for one, they were saying that August had permission from Will, so he had to go clear it up. But honestly, I think they.
So he's saying no.
Yeah, he said no. He didn't give him permission. So what happened was, and this is just my take. You feel me? So, my opinion. But from watching it, it looked like, yeah, they may have worked over and stuff, but just bringing it up can cause him to have some type of feelings that, you feel me, yeah, they may have talked it over and worked it out and stuff, but you feel me,
those could rekindle.
Right,
those could bring stuff like,
so I mean, he looked
taking
hurt.
a bandage off of an old wound.
He looked hurt because, I mean, and I'm not saying like Will never stepped out, because I'm not sure. What I do know is that men can't take that. Like, they can, a lot of men can dish it, but if a woman was to do that to them, oh, it's like, it's the end of the world.
Right, so she's trying to call men.
No, I'm
and
not.
Right next to me, so I guess we're gonna do this.
No, because listen, I've had.
No, I'm go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
For instance, before I met Will, I was in a situationship entanglement with a guy.
Yeah, you know that's an actual.
Yeah, I know. I looked it up. So, I mean, she used the correct term, but I was in.
It just seems so Urban Dictionary.
It did. It
right?
sounded like something she made up, but no, she looked it up. You feel me?
What if it wasn't a word, right? And no, go ahead. Just keep going.
Racing.
I was just gonna go.
So yeah, so I was in a situationship with somebody for about 8 months, and when I tell you, like, I thought everything was good. Like, I thought we was, headed for a relationship and everything. And so one day I had saw his phone literally light up, and it was a message from a female, and they were talking about some sexual things, and I was, no, I never took it. His phone was on my charger, and it said bling. I said, oh.
What's that Drake music video with Tyra Banks?
We ain't gonna do that. But anyway, because I don't look through phones or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie, I did with Will before, but that's a whole nother situation. But
she
his phone,
phones, remember that.
His phone lit up, and I saw the conversation, from what she sent. And come to find out, he literally cheated the whole time. Like, even though we agreed that it was just gonna be me and him, like, we're exclusive, he cheated the whole time. So when I got done talking to him, I was dating, and he found out, and I'm talking about, he lost his shit. I'm talking about popping up at the house, me, I want you back, I'll fight that. And I'm like, you doing a lot for you to sit here and cheat on me. You're the reason why I stopped talking to you. Another story. Anyway.
It's messy, son.
But no, it's going out here. But
I got you.
Will, he just looked like that situation was uncomfortable to talk about. You feel me? Like, he's literally having to share with the whole world that his wife's, she had a relationship with somebody while they were still married. Even though they did say that they were literally on the verge of breaking up. Like, he was done with her, she was done with him. Like, they were, you feel me, basically living on separate ends of the house. Like, it was almost over for them.
You know what? I won't flex. I can, of course, sympathize, right? Say, like, y'all like Will, like, you probably went through some heartbreak on that. Like, I can sympathize on heartbreak, but we know what a break is. Like, let's keep it all the way 100.
But they about to break up. Fuck a break.
Oh no, hold up. We know what a break is. When you're in a relationship, or you hear a relationship where somebody's like, yo, I just need a little bit of time, to get my thoughts together, or to find me, to become a better. That's saying I need to go bounce on something else.
I need to go clear my.
Or at least that's what I mean.
No. That's what I'm gonna be honest. That's how I think too.
And so in a marriage, a break, okay, I get like, hey yo, like I need to go cool off, you know what I'm saying? But no, like
So you think
after the cool off period, you gotta come and fix this. You don't just like that was a bad decision in my opinion. Now my opinion doesn't matter because this is not my marriage, but this is a podcast, so I'm gonna give my opinion. Yeah, like it's just like, bro, that was a bad decision, like to just break, like go on a break, like. And hey, but you know, Will said I got you back, so that's gonna probably be another whole situation we may never heard of and probably shouldn't hear of. But you know, I've been watching the video. I actually just watched the video this morning, just you know, because I was laughing at the memes even without seeing the video, but. Because I just saw little clips, but it's like, you know,
so many memes out of
it's like,
damn, I'm so sorry for him. You saw the video with the him and Uncle Phil when they had that moment on Fresh Prince?
Man, what?
I was like,
did
that's
the
going
whole
too far.
thing. It ain't no too far. Look, man, the internet has no sympathy for anybody. I realized nobody is safe. Nobody's respected.
They were like our favorite couple.
Not really. Okay, hers. She's saying our. Is that for the black community?
Hey, yeah.
I don't know, me.
Cole said he want that Will and Jay love.
I mean,
I wonder if he still want it.
I'm gonna say this: ain't none of y'all an example for me, okay?
I'm trying to tell you.
Ain't none of y'all example. The only examples I had was grandparents died married and parents are still married.
So wait, I got a question. So there's a lot of people, especially there's some celebrities, that's like trying to give Will some advice. How do you feel about taking advice from somebody when it comes to like your relationship or just your life in general? Like,
you know, I'll say this: I'm smart enough to know who I need to take advice from and not to. I'll say I won't say I won't take advice from anybody. Honestly, I feel like y'all gonna sound real old saying this, but that, in my opinion, that is such a Generation Z X thing. Like after millennials, like, oh, I don't take advice. I don't need advice. Like people brag about not taking advice. But anyways, but no. Like you know, I definitely have certain people I would take advice from. Parents, of course. You know, grandparents if they was alive. Like the people that I know who are married or have been through the same situation. Now, just any old body, like, no, you can't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what's good. But if I'm gonna keep it all the way real and risk sounding like just cocky, to be honest, in the relationships I've been in, I'm not gonna say I moved perfect, but it was often a situation where it was the other person. You know, first relationship was my first heartbreak. Second relationship, she needed to go get healing. And so it's like, okay, I've navigated, you know, throughout this, and you know, I've even put my, you know, girlfriends up on game, you know, teaching them things like really supporting. But and because I've had examples of my grandparents and my parents, I've never really needed advice from any. Like, think about it. How many black people really have their grandparents died married and their parents are still married while they're alive? Who am I going to take advice from? Like, to be honest, like, most of the people in my peers haven't had, and unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, because, you know, I recognize the blessing. I wish more people had these experiences I've had. But, you know, people in my circle, you know, most people in my circle, you know, haven't had those experiences. Now, certain close people, you know, have, but yeah, like, I've never really needed it just because I've had better examples than most people. But I was definitely the single guy, that one single friend that everybody has that gave a great relationship. Y'all was draining my energy, sucking me dry, and not taking it, and then driving me crazy for not taking it.
But see, there's some people that feel like they can't take relationship advice from single people, but some single people have great relationship advice, hence why they're single, because maybe they expect more, well, not even expect, but want more for themselves and know what's good for them and what's not.
Yeah, you know, I don't like the I don't like the blanket statement. Why would you take advice from a single person? Because let's dive deeper. That's gray area, right? Like, let's dive a little deeper.
We probably gotta talk about
right?
that on the tabletop.
Why are you single?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm single because I'm whole by myself, and you're in a relationship because you feel a relationship will make you whole. I can give you certain advice, maybe based off of relations and situations I've had, based off of experience, and because I'm single and comfortable single, and I may be in a space for a relationship, I could probably still impart something to you. Mm-hmm. Just because a person isn't in a relationship at that given moment doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. Like, they could have had all the experience in the world, you know, and just even decided, you know what, I'm better off single. Mm-hmm. But I could probably impart some wisdom to somebody else. Like, with me having examples that I've had, like, and then going through the relationship let me tell you, man, like, I went through it with my relationship. I had the great high school love. I was in love. My dad saw me looking at my girl, and he said, "Brandon, you're in love." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you probably had that list.
Look, she's a married woman now. I would so name drop like I have, but married woman now. Let's just say flower. So, you know what I mean? But it was a great relationship, but it ended in flames. Wound up just finding out a lot of stuff about her, blah, blah, blah. It wound up ending in flames. Maturity issues. But yeah, y'all, don't count off the single people for good advice.
But me personally, when it comes to taking advice from people, it just depends on what category. Like, when it comes to relationship advice, me personally, I look at older couples who've been married for a while. Because, you know,
they've been through it.
That's where I want to be. Like, I want to grow old with my significant other. I want to be married. I want to have children. So, you know, I know a few couples that are up there in age, and I actually take what they say to heart. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to, like, you know, like, if I'm looking for advice for, like, finance, career, and stuff like that, if you're not in a better position than me, I'll listen to you because, you know, I'm not going to be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But as far as trying to apply it to my life, that's where I need to take the information that you gave me and really think and see if that's for me. You feel me? And 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to take advice from someone who done it, and successful with it.
Yeah. Like, Will and Jaden, y'all need some advice. Like, go get them. I don't know.
They said bad marriage forever.
I mean, hey, look, but like, that's a beautiful thing. I mean,
it's stupid.
It sounds dumb, but I do applaud. I mean, I think it's dumb to to really even worry about this enough to do it in front of the world. Mm-hmm. I do think there were ridiculous decisions made, even though my opinions don't matter at all. But it's like, yo, they still together. You know what I mean? They didn't divorce. Like, and hopefully they not like in pretending that all their healedness is actually real. Mm-hmm. Like, if they healed and they really rocking out like then I mean, they won and they made it. Like, at the end of the day, like, divorce is losing, staying together is winning, and it's your mutual choices to stay together. Unless it's just a extremely toxic situation that shouldn't be happening. But if it's not like just ridiculously toxic or abusive, then no, you're winning if you're still together, because people don't do that. And at the end of the day, like, you're stronger if you can stay together. I'll admit, I could probably forgive anything but cheating or whatever. That's one of the things I probably won't be able to overcome. And maybe someday I'd be able to get to a point, you know. Hopefully I don't even need to get to that point because I would never experience it. But, I mean, you hear what I'm saying. Yeah.
But you know,
She tired, y'all. Y'all look at her, she's like, bug. You're like, bro, she's like, bro, this camera's still going.
I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning because Bay will not turn the fucking air down.
Oh, you be
He'll have it on.
freezing.
No, it's hot.
Oh.
Like, I can't sleep when it's
He has
hot.
the heat on?
It's not on, it's like 74 degrees in the house. 74 to 76.
I need 70 to 68. Like, that's what I need.
You hear that, William? Huh? You hear that?
Yeah, yo, there's no better feeling than it kind of being kind of chilly, but then wrapped up in the covers.
Like the lowest he'll go.
And then y'all got body
72.
heat. Like, what you need, like, high heat? Like, y'all got body heat, man.
Not only that, like, okay, the lowest he'll keep it is 72, and I'm like, dude, it's not even on auto. And he's like, get a fan. I'm like, man, fuck that. How much is the bill? I won't pay it. You're killing me. I've been up since 2 o'clock. I need to sleep.
Hey, she drowning in a pool of her own sweat.
Man,
Like, there's nothing worse than waking up sweating, yo. Like,
Man.
it gets all sticky in your clothes, it's in the covers.
I was dying. Look, he turned over and I was like, yup. He was like, I really am like, fuck that. Wake up.
Hey,
I'm
look,
hot.
and watch this moment be a milestone in the podcast, and I wish you were here, Tevin. This will be the first podcast episode where one of us gets in trouble with our significant other for something we said. He's gonna be like, yo, I watch your podcast.
I don't give a fuck.
She got the braids on. She got the braids on. She don't care how, like, she mad.
Fucking hot, man. I'm dying.
I got you. It's hot in here right now, to be honest.
You know
put the air away.
what? But speaking of dying, we need to talk about this last topic before we leave.
Oh yeah, man. Like
First of all, Lana, I am disappointed. I'm very disappointed, y'all.
I'm not even surprised. It's just, I mean, like, I look at, well, my first thing is that, okay, well, it's worse in other places, so it could be worse, right?
It could be.
But, you know, yeah, we had a weekend of, like, over 30 people dead, including, like, 8-year-olds. It's ridiculous. And this is why I'm really bad at replying to everybody right now and being on social media. Because I've just gotten used to just being in my own world and not, like, seeing a lot of this stuff.
That shit, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, they said that there was 31 shootings in Atlanta over the weekend of the 4th of July. 8 people were killed. And one of the victims who were killed, was an 8-year-old little girl.
Oh, my gun was stolen yesterday out of my
You
car.
did report that, right?
I do need to do that. No.
Brandon.
Whoa, stop that. I'm gonna do that today or tomorrow. Probably no later tomorrow. Look, I talked about my bolo situation, right?
Yeah, but
I'm just like if we're gonna be, if y'all remember my bolo talk, no, I want to get some advice to see how to move with this.
Okay.
Just, you know, just know, you know, some stuff. But yeah, so, you know, no, I'm a reporter. But I need to talk to some white allies. Yo, shout out to white allies. Because I see some of y'all whole entire family is disowning you. And I'm not going to act like that's not a hard thing to endure. So shout out to white allies that are sticking up for black people and what they're going through. You know, because, you know, if you wasn't, then we couldn't kick it. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously though, like, shout out, because I don't think it's an easy thing to stand up for another group of people. Now, maybe after you learn about true history and the truth and things like that, yeah, it comes a little easier. Mm-hmm. But, you know, like, I have some friends, you know, that their families is disowning them, like 90% of their family, low key, like, you know, just stuff like that. So, shout out to y'all. Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, please get some information, because I don't want to.
Yeah, no, you know. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, man. It's getting crazy out here.
But please, y'all be safe.
Be safe.
Stop. Just come on, guys. Together.
Look up, y'all. Look up. You know, you know how they say the summer. You know, that's when like death and stuff goes up, like murders. Y'all, so y'all remember at the beginning of the year, the United Nations said that we have 10 years to fix the Earth's biodiversity. And I said, when I reported that, I said that it's probably going to accelerate because it has been. Well, guess what they report now? Possibly 5 years. Like, probably 5 years until it gets to 1.5 degrees Celsius. And at the same time, we've gotten a study, another study just came out and showed that the biggest mass extinction in the Earth's history is actually coal related. Back in Pangea, which is all the continents being put together back, in the day, 7 continents, right, is what we have. There was a major volcanic eruption, and it was the biggest volcano in Earth's history. And the coal and the fossil fuels from that burning for years and years and years caused the entire Earth to heat up for a long period of time. And so, and that period killed off this was before the dinosaur period. It has killed off 99% of the species over a slow, and it wasn't a mass extinction, it seemed like it was like over a couple of decades.
And here I am complaining about a 74 goddamn degree house.
And it's gonna get hotter, y'all. So yeah, like just pray. I'm just praying for folk in our environment. Like we are in a solar minimum as well, which means that the sun is entering a cooling period. It's supposed to send us into an ice age within the next 100 years or so. But the fossil fuels are so we're affecting the Earth so bad, our change is actually 6 times stronger than the solar minimum that's happening. So yeah, man, get at these companies, get at these oil companies, yo. It's crazy out here. Climate change is still the biggest threat, in my personal opinion.
It is.
At everything, so yeah, man.
The president that we have too need to try to really do something about that.
Becoming self-sufficient is super important. So
y'all make sure y'all put some pressure on these politicians with the whole climate change. It's really important.
Yeah, man.
You want to live, put some pressure.
It's to everybody. It's not even a political thing, which is like it's not a political argument.
It's literally about life and death.
Y'all look up What the Math YouTube channel. Anton Petrov is the dude's name, but he gives a lot of information and scientific studies on, what happens with astronomy and geology and stuff. So, yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, most definitely, environment, that's important. So.
All right, but it's been an interesting talk. Tevin, we miss you. Get well.
Yeah, Tevin. Yeah. Y'all shout out to Tevin. As he get well. We don't know if he got the COVID, but hopefully he doesn't. And if he does, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Like you say, he's gonna be self-quarantining. So just praying for everybody's safety as well. Young trainers, if you are training clients at the park, whether they're male or female, but especially female, don't leave your clients at the park by themselves, especially if it's an empty park, like say early in the morning or late at night. Protect one another, you know what I'm saying? Like, because times like that can be prime time kidnapping time, and there's a lot going on. So, any last remarks from you?
Hey, y'all know what I say. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Peace,
See y'all next week.
Hair grease. Goodness gracious, you were so southern. All right, y'all. Oh wait, this isn't it. Hold up, y'all. Let me get the. Okay, there we go. Bam. All right. Catch y'all later. Jesus.